Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is my XR650L, and be my first YouTube video. I bought this bike a couple years ago, and it came with this aluminum rack on it, and that windshield right there. I haven't really done much to it. All I did really was put this little PVC guy on here for holding my insurance paperwork. That's about it. So what we're going to be doing today is actually taking off this pesky little Smog kit along with that charcoal filter. So if you stick with me, we'll be doing a walkthrough on how to do that. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, this is the IMS. They call it a baja kit. You can see right there, baja kit. And it's not meant for road use, it's just off-road use only, but this is a dual sport, so we'll see what happens. It'll come with these two block-offs for your engine up there, and then various sizes of vacuum plugs, and a plug for your airbox, and a few stickers, of course. Okay? Okay, I want to point out all the tools that I used here. This was taken after I pulled everything off, so we'll show you a little bit of that. I want to make sure I got this right. I used the directions from IMS, a little bit of carb cleaner here, gasket material, alternative cutting devices. You guys offshore know exactly what those are. We used you could use a knife instead of the cutters there. Flathead screwdriver to help get the hoses off, toothbrush for cleaning, pair of pliers, needle nose pliers will work just fine. These are little extra caps that came with the kit depending on what model you have. I used a 1/4-inch wrench and a 3/8-inch wrench, 10 millimeter wrench, a 5mm Allen head, standard Allen head here, and a socket Allen head. We used a 6mm 1/4-inch bit, 12mm 8-inch, or 3/8-inch, and a 10mm 3/8-inch. And that's it. I mean, they're pretty basic hand tools you have laying around, not much to it. Here is a picture of all the stuff that was taken off. And like I said before, it shaves about 7-8 pounds, something like that. And I'll report back to you guys what kind of performance I get out of this. So where we're going to start with this is we're going to remove the seat, the airbox cover, maybe the rack. We'll see what happens with that. And this other cover on the side here for the exhaust. And we'll be removing the air channelers and the gas tank. That way you get everybody a good look at it and see how we go about doing this. Alright, so as you can see, now we have a stripped down bike. I removed the covers, the seat, and the gas tank. The covers come out with, on your airbox side, there's these little twisty guys. There's 3 of them. Let me show you real quick. You see there's 3 little guys there. You turn, quarter turn, and it pops off. The other side's got 1 screw, and that is right here. Your seat, there's a screw here, and a screw here for the strap. And then underneath the fender, there's a screw here, and 1 on the other side, and the whole seat lifts up. The gas tank, sitting over there. You want to undo the hose after you shut the fuel off. You want to undo the hose, just pull that out, and there's 1 screw right here that goes on. Any decent backyard mechanic will tell you that whenever you take something off, just lightly screw the screw back in place so you don't lose it. And yeah, then the gas tank pulls off, and now we've got access to everything. Okay, our first step, what we're going to do is we're going to put these covers on that go here for the EGR valve. And what we're going to do is the covers that come with the IMS kit. We're going to put some of this gasket maker on. This is about 450 degrees. I'm thinking that will do the job, but that's what I have on hand. Also a good idea to keep some brake or carb cleaner with you, a rag, and an old toothbrush to clean the bolts and any of the sealing surfaces. So why don't we go through and I'll start taking off these bolts. I've already loosened them and they're hand tight right now, so we can go through that. Okay, so here's a shot. This is the two bolts here and here that we're going to be taking off. There's another one of these on the other side, just right around this frame here. We'll move over to that in a minute. I used a number 5 Allen head here to loosen these up. This one on this side was a little hard to get to, so I had to use a standard key here. So there, go ahead and loose. We're going to take this off. While we're doing this, I've rode a lot of motorcycles before. I owned a couple different ones, and I love those cruisers. I like riding the crotch rockets too, but they're you need a lot of responsibility when you ride one of those things, and I don't think I have that quite yet. Plus, all that leaning over is kind of a pain in the butt for me. I bought this thinking that I'd get into some dual sport riding with it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I've had it for a while just to make sure that I really, really liked it, and this is why I'm going to be doing all these modifications to it in the future. Hopefully you'll be able to see me. I'll walk you through each step as I go along. Okay, so now this one is loose, and we'll move around to the other side. Alright, so we're on the other side here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we got a bolt here and a bolt right over there. So I'm going to move that.
Why do you have camera?
Yeah, like I was saying before, on the other side, this bike is really good because the parts are gas mileage. It's about 50, 56 miles to the gallon, depending on how you drive it. And parts are cheap, dirt cheap for this thing. You can abuse it before, you can leave it out in the rain. I've dumped this thing over on the trail I don't know how many times. There's no chrome to polish. It's just all plastic. It wipes off real easy. So very, very low maintenance, good gas mileage, cheap parts. What more could you ask for? Now that's loose, and we'll go ahead and go around the other side again and take this off. Okay, so this guy here is kind of preventing us from taking off the assembly here, so what we're going to do is take those off. You can use the number 10 socket to loosen up the bolt down here and the one up here, and just pull that off, and all these extra hoses here will give you some slack where you can move that out and away, just like so.